I was talking about some students that were doing pretty good in jazz band. It seems like a high school jazz band, a lot of the songs are in B flat. That's just a good key to start working on. Let's find your B flat note on the big string. The big string. Low E. Just climb on up to F, G, A, B flat. It's at the 6th fret. So get used to finding that 6th fret. Most guitars have a position marker dot at 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, 2 at the 12th. So your B flat's going to be right here, 6th fret. So you got 1 dot, 2 dots, B flat. Find that fast. Find your B flat note. Boom! Alright. Now we're going to build our good old, I would recommend a bar chord for that. So for that, your hand has to be like a clamp. Your index finger has to be pretty straight. You're going to be pretty relaxed, but not too relaxed. You don't want to be like gripping it to where you're crushing your neck, but it's, you just bring these muscles in. So index finger is going to lay flat across the 6th fret with your thumb supporting on back, gently squeezing. You shouldn't have to, make sweat come dripping off your hand. It's just a gentle, firm, reasonably firm squeeze. The problem is a lot of times when people go for it, they bend here at this joint, and then they end up not being straight. And another problem is that the thumb goes too far over the top. Here's a time when thumb can go back here, like the book says. Alright, so spend some time just getting lined up with that. Then you're going to bring in your middle finger tip, totally on the tip, at the 3rd string, 7th fret. Then comes the ring finger to the 5th string, 8th fret. You're going to press on the tips. These fingers have to be curled. Gentle curl, curl. That's kind of what it looks like. That's your B flat 7. And so here's what I call a splat. You really can't hear the formula if you do a splat, but if you play it slow and listen to each string, then you can hear what's going on. Then what you're looking for are these kind of notes. Then you can fix those kind of dead notes that aren't ringing out. B flat 7. In jazz band, you can do these downstrokes like. That's downstroke and I'm muting by lifting up my left hand. That's actually called comping. Comping, short for accompaniment. That could kind of swing like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're probably going to have like an E flat 7. How's your hand doing? This muscle gets a little tired for me, but bar chords, I'm pretty much over the hump on bar chords. It's not too painful. Your next move might be an E flat 7. So here's the good news. That is going to be on the same fret as the B flat 7. Here's what it looks like from B flat to E flat. The E flat is also barred at the 6th fret, but this one, normally we're not going to press on the 6th string. We're only going to do 5 strings. And you might mute the 6th string on the end of your index finger, touching it gently there, just barely muting it. Then you bring in ring and pinky. They're at the 8th fret. Ring is on the 4th string, Pinky is on 2nd string, 8th fret. Look how my middle finger's kind of helping out the index. That's adorable. So if we're going to jam in B flat, what does that mean? It means do something simple that we can understand. You don't have to get super far out right away. Simply going B flat to E flat, you know, you could come up to a saxophone player and say, hey man, let's jam in B flat, and just start going. So I'm trying not to strum the 6th string on the E flat. Is that driving you nuts, that kind of bounce? It kind of helps you. It kind of defines the beat. Otherwise it's a little mushy. It's okay. You can do the down ups. Sounds a little campfire cowboy like though, but and you can start to get looser. See, everything's starts to loosen up. You know, when you start bar chords, you're tense because you're trying really hard and you're squeezing, and then you're going to hit it really hard. You know, it's a little too much, so we learn to lighten up over time. That's like going down, 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 up, down. Just some sort of a strum pattern. Keep it loose. So get good at jumping from B flat 7 to E flat 7 if you need a 3rd chord. So that'd be called the 1 and the 4. When you jam a 1 to a 4, just sounds sort of harmless. It's not dissonant. It's not hyper exciting, but it is functioning. If you want to add a little excitement, you come up to the 5. So you've got your B flat, E flat, and F7 chords. F7 is just like E flat 7, but it's based at the 8th fret. Your index finger lays flat, add ring and pinky. 8th fret, ring and pinky at 10th fret. You can do some weird stuff like slide on down. That's cool. It's a start for jazz band. I mean, you know, if a kid has only played like maybe G, C, D, E minor, suddenly you got to play B flat. That's pretty hard. So I'm just trying to get it, you know, do some easy stuff here. The nice thing about these chords is they're gonna move. Not to go too far with this, but like B flats, if you want to take it to G7, you're gonna go, which sounds pretty cool, the way you slide it down. Then C7 would be up here. F7 could be up here. Oops. So you just get one shape or two shapes or several shapes, and there's an F7 down here. F7, F sharp 7, G7, G sharp 7, A7, A sharp or B flat 7, B7, C7, C sharp or D flat 7, D7, D sharp or E flat 7, E7, F7. Alright, so these are called dominant 7 chords. And so just spend a little time with that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hopefully I'll get to stay on YouTube a while. See ya.